Hey guys, this is Gigi, and it is December the 23rd, 2024, and 2 days before Christmas, so I hope everyone has finished their shopping. I'm finished. I don't think I'm going to do any more. Whatever I don't have, I just don't have, and I'm just going to kind of relax for the rest of the time and just enjoy the holidays and the last of the days before Christmas at least, and just kind of hang out with my family. So I am on here because I saw the Praise Break Central program where Denzel Washington gets baptized and becomes licensed minister in Kojic Church 2024. And I am so offended. I feel like this is so sickening. And let me tell you why. First of all, at the end of the video, Denzel Washington says, "I just want to be in the number." And I think that's about the most honest thing that he said in that program, is that I just want to be in the number. And I feel that that's fine. We all want to be in the number. But there's so much going on right now around this RICO charge with Sean P. Diddy Combs. Denzel Washington and his son have been named by survivors who have placed them in these parties. And I know there's a story going around where there was an incident where Denzel Washington and his wife supposedly left one of the parties because they were offended by something that happened then. But I mean, I hear survivors telling a whole lot of other stories as well where they stayed, at least Denzel Washington. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with anyone trying to get salvation, but you have to get salvation because you truly are looking for salvation, and you're truly looking to have a relationship with Christ, and you're truly looking to change your life, not because you want to get ahead of the story. And I truly believe that this is him trying to get ahead of the story. And let me tell you why I believe that. If you really wanted to gain salvation and get right with Christ, you didn't have to do this in front of the public. That's number one. So that's suspicious there. Number two, if this was a homeless man who had the same testimony as Denzel Washington, because if you listen the last couple of months, he gave his testimony where he, was a drug addict and some more. All of our righteousness is filthy rags to Christ, to God. So I'm not putting judgment on him for what he did, but he came out and basically kind of, confessed as to the life that he lived. So if you had a homeless man that came in and confessed to that same type of life, would you put him on TV like this and baptize him and then give him a license to be a minister and yada, 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 yada with all of the fanfare? No, you wouldn't. That man would come in and he'd, give his life to the Lord and they'd deal with him, but he definitely wouldn't be sitting on the pulpit when he just got out of baptism and changed his clothes and came and sat back on the pulpit. Listen, Mr. Washington, Denzel Washington, God didn't do this for you. The Kojic Church did this for you under the Bishop James Pullen Jr. That's who gave you your license. So please know that. Denzel Washington talked about his children and how they taught them the difference, or his wife, the daughter just married a woman. So, how much did you teach these kids? Denzel Washington's wife says how they traveled to Jerusalem and how she got artifacts from Jerusalem and she brought them home, and she brought the artifacts home and put them on her altar. What type of altar? How dare you? An altar? What type of altar? If it wasn't Christ's altar, then how dare you put him there? And the bishop is definitely in awe of Denzel Washington. He was talking about him and Malcolm X and this, that, and the other, and how it's befitting because now, he's giving him a license to minister and all this kind of stuff. No, you're giving him a license to kill. That's what you're giving him. You're giving him a license to kill. Let me tell you why. Bishop James Pullen Jr., if you listen to the video, he says that we believe you should train. When he talked about giving him the license, we believe people should train. And of course you should. The Bible tells you to show yourself, study to show yourself approved. Okay, so when he gave Denzel Washington the license, he gave him the license and he said, this is a license to train. This, as if, see, that was for anybody that came back and said, this man gave this man a license to minister. No, he actually said, I'm giving you this license to train, yet he gave him the license to minister. The devil is tricky. He gave him a license to kill. Let me tell you how God has a sense of humor. When you think of the story of Moses, Pharaoh told his men to go and kill the firstborn of all the families because one of his men said that he had a vision that there was going to be a young man that was going to basically take over his kingdom, his throne, and just basically take him down. Go read the story if you need to. See, the prophets of today, we're not here to convince, we're here to warn. And so you need to heed the warning. It was a setup because God has a sense of humor. Moses floated right to Pharaoh's daughter who took care of him. God sent Moses to his house, so he raised them. He raised Moses to take him down, even though he went out and killed the firstborn. So God has a sense of humor. And in this case, there's a special place in hell for false teachers and false preachers and false ministers. Just like Kanye West. You know, that's how you know these people are off, because they get saved. They, number one, tell the whole world. You know, it's not, you don't have to tell the world, because if you were saved, we would know by your actions. So that's an indicator right there. Anytime someone's saved and then they got to come on and televise it and show the world them getting saved, that's not for them, that's for us. BS. End time prophecy is centered around the Antichrist and the false teachers and the false prophets. So pay attention, people. So while these people, Denzel Washington's, the Kanye West and the like, so when these people are going into the ministry because they want to get ahead of something or they want to prove something in another realm, like it's all vanity, they don't realize that they're taking themselves from one hell to another hell, even a worse hell, because there's a worse hell, there's a special hell for the people who are misleading or set out to mislead God's people. And right now, God is saying to his people that now he's looking at you, because the question is, how long are you going to let these people lead you? How long? I'm telling you, you guys need to go and look at that video that I did not too long ago about TD Jakes. And I kind of expressed more of what God told me some time ago. And this is just an extension of it. It's an example of the dead church and the people that are in the church that have no idea who God is. No idea who God is. I mean, it's getting to a point where I think that people need to maybe stay away from some of these churches. I mean, like to the point where, really, because they're getting dangerous. Just like this Kojic church that just did this with Denzel Washington. It's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous place. So anyway, it's just sickening, and don't fall for it. And guess what? If you do, it's because you want to. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday, and I hope it all turns out well for everyone. And I'm going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more later. All right. So peace. Happy holidays again, everyone. This is Gigi. Bye.